I'm Creative Director at Platform and I oversee projects from inception to completion. This means that I have an input into the whole process of projects from a creative standpoint. Ideal way to start my day is I must have a pastry and a coffee, otherwise it's not going to be an ideal day. I'll come in, I will firstly and foremost have those two items, then I'll look at some emails, and then what I like to do is grab the team, usually for a quick catch up, just see where we're at with projects, what stages we're at, has anybody got any problems. Then I will check if we've got any deadlines or if any projects have had changes. I'll probably catch up with clients and just keep them informed where we are with the projects. And then I will generally be inputting into projects, creative processes, answering questions, and just ensuring that it's a good day. I love when I come in and people are solving problems, coming up with creative ways of answering those questions that maybe we've been umming and ahhing, thinking, how do we do that? How do we get around that? Quite often that's done with collaboration. Someone will come up with a ping moment and it will just hit that spot where you think, this is it, we've got it, we're on the right track. Most unusual job was probably when I had a brief sabbatical to help out in a refugee camp. I was working for an NGO that wanted to bring dignity back to refugees, and one of the challenges was to build and design a shop within an old disused army barracks in a refugee camp in Greece. So obviously you haven't got the luxury of normal projects, you haven't got luxury brands you can pull in on and different furniture. You had to use materials that you can get your hands on, and you had to use the skill that people with no design or architectural skill or no construction skills have to use. So providing that environment was it was still design, it provided dignity, it looked great, it was on budget, it was a great project. My favourite designer, that's a tricky question. It's a bit like asking somebody their favourite record, it changes. I'd have to pop for Etwar Sotsas, founder of the Memphis movement, I think in the 80s. He injected a burst of colour into that whole greyness of the 80s, and I think what I admire about him is his influence over different fields. Everything from the Valentine typewriter through to interiors, architecture, that whole cultural spectrum. I think, like any technology, it will help design. I think you could look at it as a second industrial revolution. It's going to have a big impact, and I think looking to the future, things I've been hearing about, you might even have a process where you take contractors purely out of the process, because designers, architects will be able to send things digitally to 3D printing farms, places like that. So it'll put a total spin on the whole process of design. Industry's most overused space has got to be wow. If I wasn't a designer, I would have gone in the Merchant Navy. I've always liked the sea. I've got a history of it in my family. I like travel, opening up your eyes to new things. I think I would have gone for that.